Hello, are you lonely at night? Your imaginary waifu doesn't wanna cuddle? Don't worry, I'm here to help. My name is Anya, and today I will share with you how I made a giant tentacle body pillow. It will always keep you warm and it will never leave you. We will start with the foam I got at Cosplay, I mean hardware store. We will first let our quality control manager check it out. Okay, she says we're good to go. First, I glued two pieces of foam together to get the length I need with contact glue. I then eyeballed half the pattern straight onto the foam and started cutting. I then traced that on another two foams I glued together and cut out the new pieces. I glued the same pieces together, so this is the front piece and I'm just marking it to make sure I glued it together on the right spots. So I'm using contact glue. I just put it on both sides that I want to glue together, wait for it to dry a bit until it gets tacky but not too wet. Then I just put the two pieces together, just like on the front. I also marked the places where the back pieces go together and then glued them together with contact glue. I also sped up the process of drying with hair dryer. Then I glued the front and back pieces together, doing everything the same, marking the right spots and using contact glue. So this was a little bit of a challenge due to the tentacle's ginormous size, but when it was all in one piece, I got the nice shape that I was looking for, but I needed to make a few adjustments. I then did some changes to the shape to get the nice curl on my tentacle. Basically, I cut some parts out and glued it back together, or I added a small piece depending on how I wanted the shape to change. I also took this opportunity to shove stuffing to the top before closing a hole, since I knew that it would be quite difficult once it's all pieced together. I finished peeling the stuffing and leftover foam on the bottom as well, and I performed a mandatory check of fluffiness. Then I measured the bottom and closed it with more foam. I glued the edges to get a nicer round shape. I glued together 4 pieces of foam and cut out the tip of the tentacle, and I don't know why I don't have any footage of this, but oh well, here it is. I glued some fabric on it to smooth it out, as well as some other parts I was repairing earlier for the same reason. I then glued it on the tip of the tentacle. After a change of clothes and seasons, I started drawing on where the color would be divided. Then I stretched and pinned on green fleece fabric. Once it was stretched and pinned nicely, I went in and hand sew an invisible stitch everywhere. Yes, fucking everywhere. This whole thing is hand stitched together. I had to do the green part in 2 parts since the fabric wasn't long enough and I needed the stretch to go horizontally. Here I'm just doing the tip, which needed a bit more work due to its size and curl. Then moving on to the purple fabric, and it's basically the same technique with stretching and pinning, but I'll be stitching green and purple fabric together. So here is how the unstitched part looks like, and then how it looks stitched together. Again, the curl required even more delicate and annoying hand stitching than anything else. Then I also covered the bottom half in green and half in purple. Then I got really tired and decided to take the comfiness of the tentacle. 12 out of 10 would nap again. Then it was time for the suckers. I glued together 2 pieces of foam for the first few rows to make them taller, and then later I only used one layer of foam. and they decrease in size every 1 to 2 rows. I used one circle and one donut shaped foam, and then I cut off the top to get the right shape of the suckers. For the smaller ones, I only used circle shaped foam and just cut out the hole in the middle. I pinned them in place to see how they would look like, then I drew on the placement so I knew where to sew them later. I then glued a piece of foam in the hole so they retained a nice shape in the end. Then I stretched and pinned the fabric around them and hand sewing them somehow again out of frame. After they got new outfits, it was time to glue them to the tentacle. I first cut out a small piece of purple fabric in the middle of the suckers positions and glued the edge of fabric to the foam so it wouldn't move, and then I glued the suckers on. I did this to make sure they stay secure. After gluing, it was time for more fucking hand stitching. And here is how they all look like, stitched on nicely. And here is a montage of me basically doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Enjoy! It looks like I keep looking at nothingness and contemplating my every life decision, but don't worry, I have a TV over there to keep me entertained. And we're done! I love how this turned out. It took forever to make, but I really wanted a body pillow shaped like a tentacle. For some reason, since forever. But is it actually good for naps? Some research says yes. It's firmer than a regular pillow, so you can position it comfortably when regular pillows would just kinda sink under your weight. But is it cute? All research says yes. I can't really remember why I wanted this in the first place, but now I have it and I'm in love with it. Definitely good decision from past Anya. I hope you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more shenanigans. Bye!